Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. Earlier on today, we actually talked about some Japanese news, and there's actually some really cool Japanese stuff that's been going on in terms of how they actually go get their restocks, how they structure their restocks, and also a very, very crazy story you guys probably maybe seen or heard about maybe a few weeks ago that I never actually had a chance to go and cover up on this channel as well. So I figured I'd go and also touch on that throughout this video. It's a little bit of a nice Saturday filler video, but also all the brand new information coming out from all of Japan is insanely interesting to talk about. We're going to showcase how they actually even go get the PS5s and just a lot of cool stuff all around. There's like a lot of new stuff. And also, as I mentioned, kind of showcase up that crazy story that happened before as well. So if any of you guys are brand new, welcome all you guys, welcome. Usually on the weekends, we're kind of more on the chill videos. Today, I've actually uploaded a lot of videos, so don't worry, in the future, I'm not gonna be doing that many videos a day. Probably whenever the PS5 hype kind of calms down a little bit more, we'll probably do like 1 or 2 videos a day. We've had kind of a lot today in general. But if any of you guys are brand new, you guys wanna go and subscribe to the channel, we cover a lot of Sony news and PS5 restocking news. If you guys wanna be entered on in to win a PS5 giveaway as well, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel itself. Leave a like if you guys enjoy these kind of videos. Leave a comment down below, your thoughts and all that good stuff. The Twitter and Twitch stream link down below. I would love if you guys follow those on up if you guys would like to. We have 60 cute cat emotes on Twitch as well if you guys want to drop an Amazon Prime sub. And of course, the Amazon if you guys want to go check and see for the PS5, link down below. And the Weeble, sign up for Weeble, deposit $100. You guys go get free stocks, and also Coinbase, you guys buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency. You guys go get free Bitcoin. Now let's get into the video itself. So I want to go maybe touch on the actual restocks of what they're kind of doing over here for Japan, how the whole kind of system works, and then go into the very interesting story that happened a few weeks back when it kind of had some crazy stuff going on and kind of showcases on how crazy Japan is for the PS5 restocks. Now, granted, the PS5 stock's been very low here in Japan. If you guys also saw the news earlier on today, the Japanese studios are not doing too hot when it comes to that, but the demand for people wanting to get the consoles in the first place is still really heavily there. So I guess let's go and dive into it. So we have a few kind of interesting things. If you guys care more about the other story, I'll put a timestamp for it linked down below if you guys want to go check on that. So in case you guys are kind of curious overall, I was even doing some nice little Googling and trying to do some research, and we even found Japanese websites that are essentially kind of doing like what we do or like what I do on my YouTube channel, kind of saying like, hey, go check Amazon, go check Walmart, hey, there's a leak going on over here. And it's kind of the whole same system of how they're doing over here in Japan. You know, they're trying to watch all the retailers. So we actually have an article that's Japanese translated over here, and let's go and touch on it and kind of talk about it. So the kind of interesting thing, as you guys can maybe kind of go and see from here, is that most of the actual PlayStations are actually all into lotteries now. So basically, ever since the actual system has kind of started, since the pre-orders actually came on out, basically like every major store is more so doing lottery systems. So as of right now, you guys can even go and see, there's a lottery starting up here on February 22nd, and that is ending on February 28th. So basically like today for all the Japanese boyos. And they essentially go and they basically announce it in different, either like on emails or on like their social medias or whatever. And that's pretty much the only way for people to be getting all of the consoles. So pretty much every major retailer up in Japan, so here's Nojima Online, and anyone who's actually had, so basically they have a few other things where they're basically having anyone who has a purchase history. So if you've ever actually bought in something, so say like you're an American and you buy something from say Walmart, or if you guys go and say buy something from say like Target, if you've bought from them before, they're like, okay, you have a history. You're probably not a scalper if you bought throughout the past, like let's say year or whatever. And then you have a small chance to actually be entered into a raffle to go and get something. Kind of think how we do for Newegg here in America. We also have some other places like in Joshin, which are also lotteries. And basically going to announce that like they have like a week-long period for you guys to enter on in. And then basically after that, you go and have a chance to win it afterwards. So basically some of these people are doing stuff like this, as you guys can see with the Joshin credit card. Basically, if you have a purchase history or you are signed up for the store's credit card. We've also been kind of seeing this a little bit with Target too as well, where Target's trying to encourage people to go get their actual red card, which is basically like a better like synced on in Target app, if that makes sense as well. So we're kind of seeing even more of this type of stuff and everything as we keep on seeing. There's a few walk-ins for Japan, but basically every restock for Japan, it's crazy. It's all lottery systems. Now, I'm kind of okay with this. I also do think it's kind of nice whenever there is like a first come, first serve, because I do like it when people either stand in lines, they basically have a chance to go like earn their console, or if you're very quick on a checkout, think Amazon. But I think some of the fairest ways when there is a massive amount of stock, and don't forget, Japan's had like one restock. Us in America, we've had probably hundreds at this point, but in terms of Japan, they've maybe had like 2 or 3 big waves if you exclude, or if you include the pre-orders. So pretty much everything almost is like still at that very, very start mania, where everyone wants it. There's no supply supply, and I think there's been under 500,000 PS5s even sold, and I think that's even a generous number in the estimation. But so you guys keep on seeing everything. Basically, everything's all lotteries. You basically have to be entered in for stuff. You have to sign up for the official accounts. You basically have to have like the Walmart app and like have like subscriptions and everything. It's really crazy as well. And like I said, all these places are all lottery, 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 treasure warehouse, lottery, lottery. And like it's insane. Here's like the Apple, like here's even the conditions. You have to be an online store member, so think like Sam's Club members. You have to have a point card, so think like a credit card. You have to have a trading history, which is I think overall really good in terms of anti-scalping. But oh my god, it's kind of crazy. You must have like IDs mixed on in. But there is also a few also electronic places that are also, you know, first come, first serve. So basically you can walk in the store itself. So yeah, Badasha Camera, Big Camera, Kojima, etc. They have PS5s in the stores themselves. And basically also have, even now, they still have lotteries, but you can sometimes do walk-in things, kind of how we do for Myers and stuff like that. Or even say on Amazon, where even people are just basically watching to go and see like when you can even go get stuff in general. You guys can see all these lotteries. You have like, look at this one. You have a 1-day chance to enter on this lottery. It starts on February 24th, ends on the 25th, and you have to wait 2 weeks to even see if you can go get that in the first place. It's insane. It's literally insane. You have to go be interested in wraps and stuff like that. It's insane for all these apps and everything. It's all just lotteries. So as you guys can probably go and tell off of that, the whole restocking era is really hard to go and find a console in Japan. Basically, we already know Sony's been focusing more on Western markets, and I feel bad for Japan. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have even seen this as well, where the PS5 literally had to get canceled with cops being called a few weeks ago when it came to this actual Japanese restock, to kind of just go and showcase on how crazy this is. I really want to make a story on this, but I just never did because I was more focused on getting you guys the consoles. But on the weekends, I can kind of be a little bit more free because it's not as crazy when it comes to drop news. But basically, because there were so many people at this Japanese retailer, literally had to go and have cops call. There's even pictures of cops out here. I think I have some of these all kind of put on in. Like there's literally cops that showed on up to go and shut down this actual event. It's insane on how this all kind of played on out. You guys can even see the cops, the PlayStation 5 right there. Literally there's people like on their phones because they're worried about actually, you know, worried about this in the first place. It's insane on how this is just from this PlayStation 5 drop. And there's, if you guys look at this picture right over here, there were so many people all into one area, mainly because, like, imagine someone just tweeted out an actual tweet saying, hey, there is a PS5 restock happening. Hey, there's going to be stores going on. And they have so many people here. And through a lot of the articles when this stuff actually happened, they were estimating that pretty much 80% of the people here in this picture in the Japan restocks and these retailers were all scalpers. And apparently the scalping conundrum is so bad in Japan that that's why they have all these lottery systems. You need to have credit cards with them. You need to have photo ID. You need to have an actual transaction history because there are so many people signing up and trying to get stuff in these stores that it was just basically like you just couldn't find someone who is not a scalper. And then all these scalped products have been trying to end up everywhere. So I kind of touched on the article. I've touched on this already, but basically the Yamadashi camera store, which we even kind of showed up a little bit before in the Google Translate. In Tokyo, people were fighting through crowds, social distancing the BD word, because I don't know if I can say that on YouTube, in an attempt to procure a coveted PS5 console. And this is like one like the very first restock waves. As of now, Japan's slowly starting to get more stock, as we're kind of seeing up in Europe and as well as in America, but it's still so hard to go and find that. And apparently to push square, the Akihabara branch of Yamadashi Camera doesn't require buyers use its black credit card, and that's why this whole entire thing went so insane, and why so many people showed on up as well. I think this is copyright footage, so I can't necessarily show it, but it's insane because people knew, and essentially more so all these scalpers knew that basically could go in here without like a credit card, without having to have a special app, without being in a lottery system. The stores got flooded with people. Like there were so many people here that they had to have the cops come, and at the end of this actual restock, it was literally canceled. Like they literally had to go and shut down the store and basically move on because there was, number one, it was a hazard, and number two, because there were so many people, they were pushing against people against the walls. Like you even like see people looking like they're just on top of each other. It's insane. And as I mentioned, pretty much all of these people are literally scalpers, and this it keeps on going on as of now. And we've seen many various different instances in Japan where pretty much everything's a scalp. Everyone's trying to go make money off it. Even for the Switch The Switches are selling for insanely high prices in Japan because the stock is so low. Same with the Xbox Series X, the PS5. And as I mentioned, pretty much probably every one of these people, probably besides the cops themselves, are literally trying to go and scalp it because it was an easy target. Like, think like if a Myers had stock or a Walmart had stock and people went and found out about it, there'd be lots of people trying to go get their consoles if it was a pretty widespread or confirmed thing. Say like if Myers tweets it on out. So this isn't actually insane on how crazy the PlayStation 5 has been in Japan. It's been nuts in terms of all the stock that's available. We've seen, as of this point, multiple different stories as well, with they're having issues with stock, with scalpers, with groups of people like this showing up at stores, and basically it's being a chaotic mess because of how crazy the Japanese are when it comes to all these stocks. And as I mentioned, this story is a little bit ago, but we keep on hearing more and more and more of these cases from all these different areas on how high the demand is and how low the supply is. You guys can probably tell even in America, after we've had, like I mentioned, probably hundreds of drops if you put in the Best Buys, the Amazons, Walmart, Anton lines, all those put together. And even now we still have people driving to places, camping out at places on occasion. It's insane on the overall demand. And for Japan, they've barely had any stock. Like, I think they've had like 2 major waves of restocks going on. So it's very, very sought after, even as we're hearing kind of bad news in terms of Japan studios, that the Japanese still like the consoles and will keep on wanting to go get the consoles in the first place. So as I mentioned, it's insane how pretty much everything as of now is basically on lotteries. You have to have like credit cards, you have to have like proof of purchase, you have to have like social security number, you have to have like IDs. For Japan, thankfully up in America, we don't have to have it be that hardcore, but a lot of retailers are working it better to basically make it so it's harder for scalpers to go get stock. And I think that's been the major issue with a lot of these Japanese retailers, is they just don't want to keep on continually selling to scalpers. And I'm sure Sony themselves are very worried about this issue as well. So I hope you guys kind of enjoyed this video. I thought it was kind of fun to go and touch on all the how Japan's basically doing the restock and the old news we never had a chance to go and cover, just because I know that was just a really fun video to go make in general. It's kind of insane to see how crazy the Japanese restocks are happening, how low the stock is, and how high the demand is going on for Japan overall. So if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like. Definitely leave your comments down below. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on that. As well, if you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed for the PS5 giveaway going on. Pop on the notifications for the channel for Sony news, game news, or whatever. We made a bunch of random videos all throughout the day. Some E3 news. We had some what else? We had E3 news. We had a bunch of other random free games for Sony. We had some restock stuff. So if you guys are bored and want to go check one out, would love if you guys did. The Twitter and Twitch stream are linked down below if you guys want to go follow me up on there. The Weeble, sign up for Weeble, deposit $100. You guys go get free stocks. And of course, Coinbase, you guys buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency. You guys go and get free Bitcoin. And also check on Amazon for the PS5 for warehouse sales or whatever. All the little sell links are always linked down below. I appreciate you guys all for watching. I'll see you guys up tomorrow if we hear so many more good restocking news. I love you guys all so much, and I appreciate you all so much for watching.